Ayan na, ayan na. Mga kameta, nasaan na tayo? Nandito ba ako? Nandyan ba ako? Nasaan na ba ang politika natin, mga kameta? Kamusta kayo dyan? Pag-usapan natin ang latest na pangyayari sa ilalim ng administrasyon ni Junior, ni Marcos, Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Junior. At of course, in that context, mga kameta, pag-usapan natin to mga kameta. Pag-usapan natin to. Ito na. This is it. Ito ang yung ito yung mga sinasabi natin last year pa. Ito yung mga sinasabi natin bago nung elections pa. Alright. Na walang permanent friends, walang permanent enemies. Minsan even walang permanent interest pagdating sa Pilipinas. Ganun talaga yung mga kameta. Ganun talaga yung mga kameta. So, eto na. Si President Marcos Jr., Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., seems to be getting into action ahead of his second SONA in light of the fact na mukhang nagsispiral itong Arroyo situation sa Kongreso. So since the demotion of former senior deputy speaker of the House and former President Arroyo, since yung demotion niya the other month, mukhang may ripple effects ito at hindi lang nag-resign ang ating Vice President and Education Secretary dyan sa lakas CMD Party ng ruling coalition dyan sa Kongreso and by extension the ruling coalition in the country. But mukhang medyo nagiging next level na yung mga back and forth between SARA Duterte and the supporters of the current Speaker of the House, Romualdez, who's a direct cousin, first cousin of current President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. Pag-usapan natin yan mga kameta because this is it. This is it. By the way, pag-usapan din natin katulad ng pangako natin kahapon mga kameta. Pag-usapan din natin later on etong latest developments sa dun sa mga what many I believe are politically charged cases against former Senator Leila de Lima. Pag-usapan din natin later on yan. Let's look at some of the updates, prospectus, and what does that say about the state of our politika dito sa Pilipinas. Balikan natin mga kameta. No? So let's first go to the latest, ba't ako nawala? The latest, hindi naman bardagulan, but the latest plot twists dito sa Philippine politics. Yan. Booyaka siya. That's it. Eto na. So, Alright, so, my statement, si SARA Duterte, the other month, kung saan, parang, kine-question niya ang contribution ni Romualdez doon sa pagbuo ng UNITEAM last year, which essentially sealed the deal against the opposition. As I always said, Leni Robredo was not against one, but actually two major political houses in the Philippines. Now, for the less informed, Shian Gaza ba pangalan? Yung mga ganyan type, yung mga clout chaser, influencer, blogger na alam sa politika. Para sa kanila, si Arroyo talaga yung let's just say the lord of Philippine politics, yung mga ganyan drama. But actually, for a lot of us who are well informed, and we also said that in our vlogs before, mga kameta, you can check it. Last year pa lang sinasabi natin yan. More than last year actually, no? Late 2021 pa lang sinasabi natin na actually there were other figures who played a very crucial role dito sa pagbuo ng UNITEAM. At ito of course is Martin Romualdez. More or less tapos na ang usapan once Sarah and Bongbong were there dyan sa Cebu. And Martin Romualdez was really the force behind bringing these two houses together. And also, in a way, he got rewarded for that by getting the Speaker of the House position later on, not going to Arroyo, but going to Martin Romualdez. Since Martin Romualdez becoming the Speaker of the House, he has been literally and figuratively the right hand of the President, accompanying him to one trip after the other. He has been the centerpiece or kind of the linchpin ng the ruling coalition. And he has also been one of the major forces behind the Maharlika Investment Fund. So we have to keep all of these things in mind, mga kameta. And yet, you have a situation here whereby suddenly Sara Duterte is saying, no, 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 ano sinasabi niya? Wala naman ano eh. So, ayon dito sa statement na nakita natin na wala naman daw contribution dun sa UNITEAM na yan. Actually, si Amy Marcos, ayan, biglang andun na si Amy Marcos. Si Amy Marcos talagang, ang nang-contribute dyan. So, yun yung contention, mga kameta ngayon, ng camp ni Sara Duterte. Because, well, it looks like the relationship between the two sides is not really at best. So, suddenly, you're seeing this situation whereby the Vice President is saying, no, wala kaming utang na loob dyan. Wala silang contribution dyan. Ipopost ko sa baba later on a video whereby the Vice President seemed to be thanking Romualdez, this is the other year pa, for helping to contribute to UNITEAM, so you can judge for yourself. But the position of Sara Duterte right now is suddenly this, no, na wala naman daw contribution masyado, at actually the important, no, a nudge was from her good friend and presidential sister and current Senator Amy Marcos. So that's very, very interesting. No? Suddenly, may revision dun sa conventional understanding of the events. No. Now, so ito, I think sinabi niya, Speaker Martin Romualdez had absolutely nothing to do with my decision. Wow, in next level. To run for Vice President, to say that he, quote, tremendously helped me in pushing for unquote, my vice presidential bid is acutely inaccurate. Like, wow. Ibang level ang natin dyan, mga pros natin, acutely inaccurate. An insult to thousands of groups and individuals who incessantly implored me to reconsider an earlier decision not to join national politics. Ayon sa kanya, ang decisive factor was Amy Marcos, no, who, quote, persuaded her, no, to run as vice president. It was a decision sealed only after President Bongbong Marcos agreed to the conditions I set before running for VP, which raises the question, what were these conditions after all, no? And whether they feel that these conditions are being met. As things stand, I mean, first of all, she did not get the defense secretary position that, her camp was insisting for quite some time, some time. But ito ito na. So in a statement Wednesday on the Simmering House Discord, isa sa mga supporters ng current House speakership, Barzaga, came to the defense of Romualdez and said that the House, quote, never said a bad thing about the Vice President despite being the obvious subject of her vicious insinuations following the alleged attempt to oust him. Like, wow, drama! Next level. The Speaker held his horses and remained focused on his job as the leader of the House of Representatives. Amid this political rift, he never fired back with insults of his own. Yan. So, on Monday, June 5, Duterte deliberately skipped mentioning President's middle name. Yun! That's it! So, kung dati Rodrigo Roa Duterte, biglang wala na yung Ruas, so parang ganun nangyari. Hindi na siya Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos. Naging Ferdinand Marcos na lang siya. As she acknowledged the chief executive during her speech at the Pasidongog, an event to pay tribute to the office of the vice president stakeholders. Okay, Pasidongog. Okay, I hope I got that right. Anyway, Duterte said, without explaining her action, hindi ko na banggitin ang middle initial niya. Apo, alam mo yan na mahal kita. Okay. Well, nevertheless, ang sabi niya, stable and strong pa naman daw ang administration. It has my all-out support and the support of the majority of the Filipino people. Pero of course, nag-resign siya sa Lakas CMD earlier at doon pinag-usapan niya yung mga, or naglalament siya sa political toxicity, political power play, yan, yung mga ganyan-ganan. Ganun. Doon naman, response ni Sara Duterte sa Barzaga statement, a person who cannot distinguish between attack and humor has no place in politics. Ayan na naman tayo, mga context. Kaya di nyo gets in context ang sinabi ni tatay. Diba? Yung mga ganyan. Especially if one fails to understand that political bickering is just a facet of democracy and should not be used to equate with governance. Like, wow, profound. On the one hand, how the recent political developments have become an opportunity for psychopaths is quite amusing. what I found interesting is like there's on the one hand, pero wala na on the other hand. Usually, if you say on the one hand, meron kang lalagay na sa kabila rin, di ba? Sa kabilang banda. But parang wala akong nakita sa statement. Anyways, never mind. Mamaya na tayo mag-editorial advice dito sa mga statements na lumalabas sa mga top officials natin. Alright! Mga kameta, kamusta naman kayo dyan? So, ito, ang ating mahal na Pangulo, Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. Yan. So, mukhang may effort to, bring folks together forever. Yan. Basahin na. Again, lahat ng sinasabi natin dito, hindi yan marites. Sa tingin na sa news, basahin nyo on your own. I'm showing it to you, the title. You can check it yourself, mga kameta. Hindi ko na alam dyan yung mga banat style, na marites style. Bahala kayo dyan. By the way, anong latest kay Maharlika? Ka? Ayan na. Okay, ito. Several members of the House of Representatives rushed to show their support for House Speaker Martin Romualdez amid remarks from Vice President SARA-ROMUALDEZ, who said the Speaker had nothing to do with her decision to stick the Vice President in the 2020 election signing with me. Okay, anyway. Okay, so isa dyan sa mga sumuporta. Santa Rosa City District Representative Dan Fernandez said on Thursday that Duterte and the House all support for President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. could be stronger without any squabbles. At ang hilig sa mga all-out talaga. All-out na naman. Parang all TV. Sana all TV. Okay, ito. This all-out support for our president, however, can be better fleshed out if it is devoid of political bickering. Like, wow. Dami nangyari doon. We appeal to Vice President Inday Sara, who ran and won on the platform espousing unity, to join the president translating this call for unity into action. While not explicitly alluding to Duterte, House Majority Leader Representative Manuel Jose Dalipe on Thursday said that ang pa-prioritize nila yung Legislative Executive Development Advisory Council, LEDAC bills rather than any political distraction. Kasi mga kamenta, marami pang mga bills coming from the top, bills coming from the bottom. They have to put it together. Malapit ng SONA. 4, 5, 6, half a dozen at most, parang dun sa 40 plus priorities ni Bongbong Marcos ang napasa. So, catch-up time. Ayon kay Dalipe, right? The House of Representatives will not be slowed down by premature partisanship. Wow, premature talaga. All these political rumblings are unnecessary distractions that only break our momentum, ensuring the swift passage of the President's priority measures and those that were approved by LEDAC. We have a commitment to Filipino people. Okay, so marami pa dito. Cavite Representative, of course, Elpidio Barzaga. Of course, very clear siya dito sa kanyang stance na the Speaker held his horses and remained focused on his job as a leader of the House of Representatives. He never fired back with insult of his own. That shows strength of character. Yan. So kung may managsabi ng yan na, may nagagalit na dyan. Ang mga sabi ng tawag doon, magsabi ng toxic. Ang sinasabi naman na anong toxic is Romualdez na super nice, wala naman siyang sinabi, walang inaway, di ba parang si BBM. Alright, ganun talaga mga kameta. Ayan na, reklamo na rin yung mga followers natin dyan. Tama reklamo. Okay lang. Ayan na, tinanggal ko na. Nasaan na ba yung isa? Sige na, bili na nga ako ng jack. Yung yung converter na wala ako kasi yun sa Vietnam tayo nung sobrang delayed and all. But anyways, thank you very much sa Philippine Airlines, our good friends, very good people. Alright. Anyway, So, what are we looking at here, mga kameta? Are we looking at drama? Are we looking at a major political shift? Are we looking at expected na yan, ganun talaga, sila na lang ang nandyan, wala naman na opposition talaga. Sino bang opposition? Isa lang na lang yung opposition sa Senate, ilan na lang dyan. So, sinasabi na baka this is just part of it. But, katulad ng sinabi natin mga kameta for quite some time, tinanggal ko na, mamaya isin natin yan. Katulad ng sinabi natin for quite some time mga kameta, ito nasaan na ba yung isa? Dami ng reklamo dito sa YouTube, ayusin natin. Hindi, kahapon, okay naman, wala naman reklamo. Ayan, okay. Mamaya ayusin natin. Ganito, my read is that despite all of this, regardless how it turns out, Marcos Jr. is gonna retain quite a powerful team together. Kasi andun, Romualdez has a lot of LGU support behind him, including many in Mindanao and Davao who defected to Lakas CMD. PDP Laban Party, some of them aligned to the former president, actually have been incorporated into senior leadership, including one of them who replaced Arroyo as a senior deputy speaker of the House. And then you have independent, powerful forces. I would call them the third pole in Philippine politics, the Tulfos. You have Senator Rafi Tulfo, of course, the big star there, presidential clearly as early as now. And then you have the Tulfo brothers and relatives, extended dun naman sa Congress. They're very much, I think, comfortable with the current president's state of play. And then, mga kameta, you also have a very interesting situation. Pansin nyo, may mga iba dyan dati na very liberal party, very opposition, very and then ngayon parang super tahimik dun sa Maharlika Investment Fund. Yun yung sinasabi ko eh. Dun sa mga syunga na gusto mag-cancel sa atin, excuse me, on a case-to-case basis, I make my stance very clear. Hindi tayo katulad ng mga partisan, toxic, hindi nag-iisip na tao there. So on foreign policy, I clearly felt, we're moving in the right direction. Not perfect. There are risks, etc. But on the Maharlika Investment Fund, I have my own concerns and I've been very vocal about it. Bigla nangyari dito mga kametas, yung mga iba dyan nagpa-opposition, alam niyo na sino mga yan. Biglang, realignment people. Yan. Realignments. Biglang parang walang sinasabi masyado. Parang tahimik. Sobrang tahimik dito sa investment fund, Maharlika Investment Fund, among some other issues and concerns, no? So it looks like a section of the liberal opposition has already also defected to the ruling bloc and coalition. So you have them, you have Tulfos, you have many LGUs, you have Romualdez's. I don't know. It looks like Bongbong Marcos is strong enough to be able to withstand any potential, counter maneuvers, ang tawag dyan, Powerpuff Girls, whatever, alam niyo na yan, di ba? So that's one way of looking at it, no? But this is where we want to go to the next topic and next discussion, mga kameta, and that's the issue of Leila de Lima. Because, okay, I understand some of the supposed opposition or opposition before are suddenly nice now to Bongbong or Marcos and not saying anything bad, but my understanding was that was contingent on some of the good reforms also domestically, hindi lang internationally, no? Hindi lang dahil beshi na tayo ng US ulit, beshi na sila dapat ng Marcos kaagad. Parang the idea was, di ba, na you're expecting some big moves in the right direction at kasama dyan mga kameta is yung paglaya ni Senator de Lima. But just when we thought the momentum was in the right direction, things hit a snag. At yan ang pag-usapan natin in our next episode. Okay, which will be, of course, now. Let's go there. So may mga updates tayo on the case of Senator Leila de Lima. Pag-usapan natin to. And this is where suddenly we're wondering what's gonna happen here because there are many versions of this. So mga kameta, it looks like unfortunately the momentum mga kameta, it looks like